Hey guys, I know it's been a while since you've heard from me, but as many of you know, I got divorced earlier this year, June to be exact. So I took some time to cleanse and purge and heal and spend time with my kids. But now I'm back. And what I want to share with you guys today is a little bit about that. Basically my history and experience with codependency, low self-esteem, and emotional abuse. And I suffered greatly from these things for many years during my marriage. And I'm just now healing from being codependent. What I'd like to talk to you about is my experience with codependency specifically today. Because I think that there are a lot of codependents out there that probably aren't even aware that they're codependent. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about this quite a bit, actually. This is pretty much where my coaching is headed. Anyway, it all started when I was a child, and my dad was an alcoholic who later became a drug addict. My mom left him when I was 6. I didn't really think that his drinking affected me, but as I know now, it did. So, anyway, I spent many weekends with my dad in the bar, but he was a pleasant drunk, and, I had my mom, and like I said, I thought all was fine. But as I got a little older, like in the 6th grade, I started exhibiting signs of codependency. And I started faking illness so that I can get sent home from school. I had all this anxiety. I had a hard time sleeping at night. I was overthinking. At 10, I remember being stressed out about what I was going to do when I grew up. It was crazy. Of course, that's also part of being an old soul, but that's another story. Anyway, I went to Al-Anon after a school counselor suggested my mom bring me there for a couple of visits, maybe 3 or 4. I never felt like I belonged there. The program really didn't jive with me because they used a lot of God stuff, and I had no religious upbringing or background. I wasn't even baptized, which is highly unusual for an Italian from New Jersey. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so Al-Anon pretty much didn't do anything for me, and I wasn't even sure that I was codependent. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't understand what I was doing there, basically. A couple years later, I went to see a therapist because, again, I was having issues. This time, my best friend moved away, and I felt abandoned, which sounds normal under the circumstances. However, fear of abandonment is something that codependents have to deal with, but I don't know that anybody really talks about that, which is probably why I'm here. But anyway, so after she moved away and I was in therapy for a little while, I met my now ex-husband. I was 16 and he was 21 at the time, and he had already had 2 DUIs. He had just gotten out of county jail, where he was for a couple months, and he was on a probation, very strict probation, with an 8 o'clock curfew. Of course, this would all appear to be red flags for the normal person, but apparently, as a codependent, this kind of situation is something that is comfortable for us. It's what we know. Dysfunctionality, basically. So anyway, he had gotten in trouble while he was on probation, and he was required to go to an inpatient treatment for 28 days. And before I was allowed to visit with him, I had to go sit in a room for about an hour where I actually learned what being codependent was. And I'm so thankful for that experience, because this is the first time I actually understood what I was. However, I was still very young and I didn't do anything about it. And I told my boyfriend at the time, don't do anything that's going to make you get in trouble. So, no more drinking. Just no more drinking. And he did that for about 4 or 5 years. At this time, we had gotten married and had our first baby. And we went to a company picnic. And by the time it was time to leave the company picnic, he was hammered. And I was like, when did this happen? I've been here the whole time. Oh my gosh, his coworkers had to put him in the car hammered. Okay, well, whatever. So we go to another function. I don't remember which or whatever. And the same thing happens. So what do you start doing at that point in time? You stop attending social functions, because there's going to be alcohol there. And so begins the downward spiral of trying to control another person's behavior, because basically that's what I was trying to do, only I didn't know it at the time. Well, you think that might have solved your problem, but it didn't. Instead, he continued to drink, but he would be sneaky and deceitful about it. And I would ask him, have you been drinking? And he would say, nah, I haven't been drinking. What do you mean? I just got home from work. When would I have done that? All kinds of stuff. And so you're like, oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Until you find a stash of empty bottles and smashed beer cans in the nightstand, or under the bathroom sink, or hidden in the garage, or anything like that. Then you're like, okay, so I was right. Of course, by this point, though, you've already kind of started to think you've been going crazy, and you've already started to doubt your feelings and not trust yourself, because this person has convinced you that they're not doing anything, that it's in your mind somewhere. Okay, moving on. So you confront the person, and okay, fine, I won't drink, I won't do it again, I don't know what happened, yada, yada, yada. And, you want so badly to believe what they're saying. You're like, okay, we're married, I'm not going to bail at the first, sign of trouble or whatever. We're gonna get through this. Well, the behavior progressed and progressed and progressed. Again, it's a process. It's not something that happens overnight. But eventually, he was not coming home at night, some nights. And because he was out doing something he shouldn't have been doing, he wouldn't answer the phone either. And this, of course, led to low self-esteem, because you sit around and you start to wonder, why doesn't he want to come home to me? What can I do to make him want to come home? Again, also trying to control someone else's behavior, which you just can't do, and you'll just drive yourself nuts, which is essentially kind of what happened to me. But, no, just kidding. I actually wound up suffering from depression and anxiety for many, many years because of this problem. You feel ashamed too. You don't talk to anybody about it. You don't want to really admit that this is what's happening or accept the reality of the situation. So you begin to isolate yourself. And I essentially became a hermit. I wouldn't even go outside and talk to my neighbor, no matter how much she begged. I just wanted to be in here. And his problem became more my problem than his. Of course, I'm codependent, so I didn't see it as this way. I saw it as our problem. However, he didn't care that he had a problem. He was quite happy drinking, not coming home, doing whatever it is that he was doing. But I just always saw this person, his soul inside of him, and knew this isn't what he would want to be doing. He wouldn't want to be this mean, horrible person. Not that I'm calling him names, but his behavior was quite undesirable. I mean, I don't even know the word right now. Harsh. Eventually, I mean, he led to name calling and, telling me I'm incompetent and how, I can't do anything right and this house is a wreck and, these lists of complaints every day. Yet I was here and he wasn't. Go figure. Anyway, this isn't about him and what he did. This is about me and my healing journey. And I want to help you guys to heal and rid yourselves of toxic people and toxic situations and claim back your personal power like I have. And that's exactly what this video is about. I want to share with you guys some of the steps that I took to heal myself. Of course, I've all had a spiritual awakening. So I am blessed enough to have Spirit assist me with this process on a conscious level. You are all always being assisted by Spirit, whether you're aware of it or not. Anyway, I'm going to talk more about that in another video. But for now, I just want to talk to you guys about, like I said, some of the steps that I took. The first thing was I had to accept the situation for what it is, what it was. No matter how beautiful his soul is, this was not beautiful at all. You can't let people treat you like crap. It's just not cool. And that's exactly what he did. And for a while, you start to think you deserve it, And you sit around and you wonder, how did this happen to me? I mean, I was supposed to go places in life. I was supposed to have this wonderful existence. And I was suffering on a daily basis. Not only from normal, usual anxiety or whatever, now I had developed social anxiety from becoming a hermit too. Also from the shame you feel about your situation because you don't want anybody to know. It's like your dirty little secret, Your husband's an alcoholic. It's crazy. But anyway, so the first thing is to accept the situation for what it actually is. Don't try to, put rainbows and butterflies where there aren't any, because you're just in denial at that point. The other thing is you have to realize and accept wholeheartedly that you have no control over any other person and what they do. Also, you are not responsible for them or what they do. And that's a tough one because, he was so reckless and careless at times that, oh my gosh, I would be doubled over with stomach pains, literally, over, oh my God, what is he going to do? What kind of trouble is he going to get in? Is anybody going to get hurt? Is he going to hurt himself? You know what? I'm not the one out there drinking. I'm not the one out there drinking and driving. It really wasn't in my control. But you don't realize that at the time. You just think that there's something you can do. There's something you can say. There's some answer out there you are just missing. There isn't. There isn't. So, again, cannot control what other people do. And it sucks sometimes. I totally get it. But you just drive yourself crazy. You just drive yourself crazy. The other thing you have to do is you have to accept responsibility for your role in the situation. Now, I understand that you are the victim of this situation. However, you continue to put up with it. Because now, at this point, your boundaries have gotten so weakened, they're almost non-existent. Codependents are people-pleasing. We can't say no. And after a while, you find yourself doing things you would never found yourself doing before. And it's all for this other person. It's not for you. It's not for you. You go without to make sure that this other person is taken care of. You deny yourself. You repress your feelings, your emotions. You don't want to make any waves. And so you sit and you suffer. And I suffered for a long time. And I'm not suffering anymore. And I don't want you guys to suffer. I want you to know you have a choice. You don't have to tolerate this. There is help. And I hate to put it like help, like there's something wrong with you, because there isn't. You are a beautiful soul. And sometimes being a beautiful soul means suffering. But you don't have to, because you can heal yourself. You realize that you are in control of your own destiny. And sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do. But in the long run, it's what's best for you. So, back to the original point of this video is that I'm going to be coaching and making videos on codependency, low self-esteem, and emotional abuse, all of which I suffered from. Love that term. Anyway, for watching this video, I would like to offer 2 free coaching packages, 6-week packages, to 2 individuals who want to share their story with me in a video. 10 to 15 minutes in length, no longer than 15 minutes, please. And I will choose 2 people to spend 6 sessions with me and begin their healing journey, because I know what it's like to be there. You don't know how to get out of it. You know, you didn't see yourself getting into it. It's a process, and it's also a process to get out of it. And you don't have to be alone, because I'm here, and I'm equipped. I'm ready. So, anyway, make your videos if you're interested in setting yourself free, reclaiming your power, ridding yourself of toxic people and toxic situations. There's going to be more videos where I talk about what codependency is and how it spirals into other areas of your life. Because just getting rid of the person isn't the answer, because until you heal, you'll just carry these same patterns into all, your other relationships. And it's really important to recognize and accept that, so that you don't just keep repeating the same lesson over and over again, because we want to be done with this. We're done with this. I'm 37 years old. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just over it. So I'm sure many of you guys are over it too. So if you are, email me your videos at angellightaspirations@gmail.com, or you can send them through Facebook here, and I will be announcing a winner shortly. I don't know. I guess it's going to take some time for you guys to give me videos and whatever. So let's do, let's say in a month. Give me 30 days. I need a deadline to have all the videos in within 30 days. I'm going to give you guys time because I know that just hearing this, there's still going to be a process for you to go through to sit in front of a video and share your personal story with me. And I can assure you that your video will stay private. And if you want to post it at a later time or give me permission at another time, that's totally here nor there. This is a matter of spirit helping me to pick the person or people that need my help the most right now. So if you have any questions, send me email, post on my page, or call me. I mean, my phone number is on my website. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit about my my experience with these things. And like I said, there will be more to come. So stay tuned, and angel blessings to you.